Now, last year, I gave you all a call to action to help customers come onto AWS for the first time so that they can realize the many benefits of the cloud to transform their businesses. Well, you answered that call. So far this year, you've launched tens of thousands of opportunities for new customers to AWS. That is awesome, and you all deserve a round of applause for that amazing work. And one of those customers is a startup streaming media company. Launched in 2018, they had an amazing library of compelling documentaries. They were growing quickly, but faced a daunting task. How do they share their library with a global audience? They'd have to translate that library of films into languages spoken by each of their audience members. It felt impossible because translations could cost thousands of dollars per video. So they went to the AWS marketplace and found cloud and managed services provider partner and premier consulting partner, Mission Cloud. Now, I love this story, and I know you will too. So let's hear it directly from the team that made it happen. Please welcome Thomas Lucas, co-founder of MagellanTV, Simon Anderson, founder and CEO of Mission Cloud, and Julia Chen, vice president of Partner Core at AWS.
Tom, we just got a glimpse of who MagellanTV is, and it's so impressive. Can you tell us about your journey to main stage at reInvent with our premier partner, Mission Cloud?
Well, we have to go back in time. So my colleague, Greg Diefenbach, who's in the audience here, and I had spent several decades making films for American networks. Then came the streaming revolution, and we saw that we could break off from those networks and establish a direct relationship with viewers and establish a kind of global community of documentary watchers. So our brand became MagellanTV, and you got a little taste of it here. But to really prepare for the next phase of the streaming revolution, we really had to crack the code on making our content more accessible to the world. So that's when we turned to Mission Cloud.
Simon, tell us about Mission Cloud and your unique engagement with MagellanTV, please.
Thanks, Julia. So Mission Cloud is a pure play AWS partner doing consulting and managed services. And we've got about over 300 certified professionals, AWS certified. And we really focus on a whole range of skill sets, from DevOps to Cloud Ops to data and analytics and machine learning in this case. And our culture's really aligned as well with AWS, with core values like focused on their mission and action and accountability. And MagellanTV originally came to us for cost optimization and a security audit through the AWS marketplace. But we've really trained our team to sort of not only do that initial work, but look beyond it and say, well, look, what are your goals? What are your goals as a company? And really try and understand those business goals. And so in the case of MagellanTV, once we understood that you were really trying to make your documentaries just shine anywhere in the world, we basically said, well, what if we could create a generative AI solution for you that automated the entire workflow of translating and transcribing and dubbing into any language that you chose. And that was the beginning of a very creative partnership.
So I love the idea of asking what if, right? And that led to making the impossible possible. So Tom, what did Mission Cloud propose to you after you gave them your initial requirements?
Well, those what if questions led to a proposal that we thought was pretty audacious. It's an automated workflow that converts an entire documentary soundtrack to another language with minimal human involvement. Now, a documentary is typically made up of multiple speaking voices, narration, music, effects. So this system would have to accommodate all of that, then translate words and context, address idioms and slang and technical terms, and even culturally sensitive terms, and then put it all back together with the original timing. So this can really redefine the economics of distribution because it cuts the cost of dubbing by an order of magnitude. Now, who benefits? Mainly it's the filmmakers that we work with because they now have access to audiences they wouldn't have had before.
And the audiences themselves as well. So what I'm hearing from you is there's so many benefits to these innovations outside of just the technology itself. So Simon, why is it important for you to work with companies like MagellanTV?
Well, we really love working with startups and emerging growth companies and even enterprises that are really trying to disrupt their industries, go beyond with AWS. That's one of the amazing powers of AWS. And we believe that cloud and now new technologies like generative AI are really just some of the most powerful new technologies in modern history. So our commitment is that we want to go out there and work with these companies, and particularly in the case of MagellanTV, if you think about it, MagellanTV is in a global, highly competitive content industry. They need any advantage they can get to be able to get their business model out there. And so once we started, our team really started digging in on the solution, Dr. Ryan Reese, who's our global digital strategy specialist, he basically put together a solution using a lot of classic AWS services, SageMaker, Bedrock, Transcribe, Translate, and so on, and Poly. And it's an amazing solution that is really proving very effective for Magellan.
So Gen AI is a very disruptive and complex topic. Can you both tell me what benefits you're deriving from it?
Well, our audience is made up of people who self-identify as lifelong learners. And so for them, it's kind of like a bridge into a world of shared interests: history, science, space, adventure, travel, and so on. So it's kind of like the audience really is the beneficiary of this.
And I just encourage every partner out there to really lean into generative AI. We're seeing a broad range of use cases and solutions, just like with MagellanTV. But rather than just describe more about what we did, we thought that we'd actually do a demo of this, the cold opening video translated using this technology. Shall we roll the clip?
Sure, and this is a portion of it. So.
Meine Mutter sagte mir, ich solle meine Vorstellungskraft nutzen. Wenn du alles erreichen könntest, was wäre es? Ich habe mir hohe Ziele gesetzt. 18 Monate später beendete ich den Chicago Triathlon auf dem ersten Platz. Mit den richtigen Partnern ist alles möglich. ¿Qué pasaría si? Con mis mentores, colegas en la jerarquía y un equipo pequeño pero poderoso. No solo subí al monte Everest. Mi equipo me impulsó. He escalado los picos más altos de cada continente más rápido que nadie antes. Mi equipo me impulsó a hacerme preguntas. ¿Cruzar la Antártida?
Un poteau en bois marquait la fin de mon voyage de 900 miles. J'avais atteint mon objectif, mais je ne l'ai pas fait seul. Mon équipe m'a toujours soutenu. Je suis maintenant mis au défi de réfléchir, de rendre possible l'impossible. Quel est ton impossible?
Tom and Simon, I've learned so much from our conversation today. It's really a privilege to get to spend time with both of you. Do you have some closing thoughts for the audience?
Sure. I mean, beyond just the business benefits, actually, this has been a lot of fun, a great collaboration, because the Mission Cloud team has been very smart. They're very intuitive. They listen very well. They ask a lot of questions.
And on our part as well, we've learned a lot from the creativity. I mean, working with filmmakers is just amazing, and preparing for this is fantastic. But I would also like to say that, to every partner out there, AWS has been incredible for Mission Cloud. We're only 6 years old, and we've grown a lot over that amount of time, and just so appreciate everything that AWS is doing, including bringing us together on this stage.
Absolutely. Thank you both for your partnership and your insights. It's been fabulous to speak with you and work with you.
Thank you, Julia.
Mm-hmm.